Rev up your engines!
Now, if you think you lost money on your car, how'd you like to be this guy who was dumb enough to buy a Model S Plaid, the fast Teslas, right? 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. La, 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 la. Kyle Connor, who's got a YouTube channel, Out of Spec. You might watch his video. It's rather funny. In 2022, 2 years ago, bought a Model S Plaid for $140,940. So 141 grand. Now he's driven it 37,000 miles. He was thinking about trading it in. The trade-in value is $46,400. So he lost 95,000 bucks, almost 100 grand driving that thing for 2 years. Hey! Now, the truth is coming out about these things. During coronavirus, everybody said, oh, look, the Teslas, the used ones cost more than the new ones because you can't get a new one, blah, 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 blah. Well, now reality comes out. He lost almost $100,000 in 2 years buying the stupid thing if he wants to trade it in. I just laugh. Ha, ha, ha. Anybody who's dumb enough to buy those things and think they're not going to lose money, of course you're going to lose money. Any luxury car you buy, you're going to lose money. That's just how those things go. But to lose $100,000 in 2 years on a $140,000 car, that's pretty crappy. Now, just like the UAW union and workers complaining about Stellantis laying people off, now it's happening in Germany. The Volkswagen labor chief is alarming people, saying, we have mass layoffs and 3 German plant closures. It's the first time in 87 years we're going down the drain. Yes, you are going down the drain. I hate to tell you, Volkswagen's quality has been going down the drain for decades. I have a single customer here in the United States who bought a Volkswagen in the last 20 years and then bought another one. They said it was the biggest pile of crap I ever had. The plastic kept breaking, the tranny went out, the engine blew the head gasket. Their quality's garbage. And they're all plastic junk on top of it. So no surprise that they got to start laying people off and shutting factories down. But of course, the German labor leaders are like, no, this is not fair. You promised us jobs forever. Now, unlike Ford and GM, they're not telling us how many billions they've lost with electric vehicles. I mean, this year Ford says they're losing $5 billion. GM says they're losing $3 billion. The Germans aren't telling us. Nine, they will not tell you how much money we have lost with electric cars. Nine, that is a secret. Even in Germany now, they're having problems with car manufacturing. And a lot of it basically does come down to this push for electric cars, creating a gigantic storm of crap flying around everywhere. And then they're all going to wonder, how did this all happen? It was going okay before. Well, I was told people don't buy Fiats or pile of junk. Well, now even the Italian government is giving up with Italian cars. Italy is now going to cut the automotive industry support by about $5 billion. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni is going to cut $5 billion of funds set aside to support the country's automotive industry. She put it in her budget because, they don't want to give more money to the automotive industry. I guess maybe they realized we don't make such great cars here in Italy. Why should we support them? They should have stopped doing it years ago, but Fiat and these companies, they've been propped up by the Italian government for so long, but now we're running out of money. We can't give money to these companies. First, the government tells them they got to make electric cars. And now nobody's buying them, and they're saying, well, we're not going to support you anymore. Maybe they're slapping them. You didn't sell enough electric cars. You can't force people, even in Italy, to buy something. Maybe in communist China you can, even though it's really a capitalist dictatorship. It's a fascist government by any economic definition that's out there. But they can tell the people what they're supposed to buy. They can shut all the gas stations down, make them drive electric cars. So, hey, it could work in China, But Italy is still pretty much capitalistic system, and they can't force people to buy electric cars yet. They obviously aren't that interested in it. They're losing money making them. And now the government says, we're not even going to support you anymore. Too bad. Typical government, Oh, yeah, it's great. We'll give you this money. Hey, they're not selling. What are we going to do? Oh, we're not going to give you any more money now. Even the Italian government's giving up on them. Well, here we go again with yet another EV battery company going out of business. Northvolt is a Swedish company, and they're so bad, they laid off 1,200 workers. And why are they doing this? Because nobody's buying the electric cars, so they're not going to be able to sell the electric batteries. As they said, Northvolt is currently racing to ensure its survival by stabilizing its short-term cash flow. Oh, we don't have enough money. Okay, well, we lay these guys off, but we're supposed to pay them unemployment. Well, we won't pay them the unemployment, and that would keep more money for us to have better cash flow, You can talk all the economics you want. When it comes down to it, nobody's buying the cars. They can't sell batteries to companies. They can't sell the cars. And the whole thing is starting to collapse. And of course, they try to blame it on China. It's all because the Chinese, they're making the batteries too cheap. No, the whole idea is stupid. Hey, I say let the Chinese make all the batteries they want. Hey, what are they going to do with them when they got them piled up all over the place? Maybe they can build another Great Wall of China out of electric batteries that they can't sell. Well, believe it or not, they have electric bin lorries in London. Well, one just burst into flames in London. So a $580,000 garbage bin on wheels burnt down and is useless now. Now they call them environmentally friendly. In this case, not too environmentally friendly. It burnt down to the ground, and then there goes 580,000 pounds down the toilet. So that's $600-something thousand. Specialist crews were deployed in the early hours to put out a lithium-powered garbage truck. The blaze raises fresh fears over using electric vehicles in London. Passengers voiced their concerns about traveling on battery-powered buses earlier this year when 3 of the vehicles caught fire across a 14-day period. They're not ready for prime time, right? And then when they do start on fire, what a stinking mess. In Toronto, they had a Tesla fire, and the Canadians there, their fire departments, they put them in these dumpsters with sand, right? Okay, but that's a Tesla, little car. You got this giant garbage truck or a giant bus. You don't have anything big enough you can throw them in and cover them with sand. So they just keep pouring water on it until they cool down enough, and it takes hundreds of thousands of gallons of water to put the things out finally before they start flashing up again, because water turns into H2, hydrogen, which then burns and oxygen that feeds it. So it's kind of counterproductive when you first start spraying water on a lithium battery fire, because it makes the fire get even bigger until it cools down. So even in London, they're wondering, I know these electric garbage truck and buses, I say, mate, not such a great idea. Well, Hyundai has finally built a car like a tank. Powerful. Wait a second, it is a tank. Hyundai just unveiled the world's first hydrogen-powered silent stealth battle tank. It's hydrogen fuel cell. And they made a battle tank, Hyundai. Well, you know, their cars are kind of crappy. Maybe they'll make better tanks. Maybe not. I don't know. It certainly looks like a tank, like a super tank for some video game. The next version of the Republic of Korea, South Korea's K-Series battle tanks, the K3, will be powered by hydrogen fuel cells, and Hyundai's going to be making them. Now, the only problem with this is we're talking into the air. It's hoped to enter production as soon as 2040. Okay, maybe they expect to, this futuristic stuff. It's so much horse manure. Who knows what's going to happen between then and now? But it makes it look good. Hyundai's making a fancy battle tank. Look, well, they hope to start producing them in 2040. Hey, that's a long time from now. Hey, maybe this video will still be running in 2040. Let's see if they're actually making them. I say there won't be, but time will tell. If I'm still around then, and if these videos are still going on YouTube, watch them and see, did they actually make this battle tank? Now, this is all because South Korea says they want to transition their war machines away from combustion engines. What is this like? Well, we don't want to pollute the world. No, we got war machines that are blowing and killing people, right? Starting fires, blowing things up. But we want them to be green, right? You gotta laugh at this one. Does anybody see the irony of this besides me? War is one of the most polluting things. They blow up buildings. They blow up everything. Fires, flames, explosions, right? They use tons of material. And whether it's a hydrogen-powered tank or not, it's still not a green thing to do. Oh, look, the new Green Army. Well, if you travel a lot like me and stay in hotels, motels, right, you're going to be shocked. A Holiday Inn Express charged $12.95 energy fee because the electricity isn't included. You got to pay extra for the electricity. What are you going to do now? Just, well, we gave you a bed, we got to charge you. They got to charge you for the sheets, got to charge you for the water you use in the toilet, got to charge you for the shampoo. We have little bottles in there. You got to pay for that too. This was a Holiday Inn and Express Suites in Elko, Nevada. They charged a $12.95 Energy recovery fee. As one person said, I would never stay in that hotel if it doesn't consider its room rate to include electricity. Be wary what you're paying for. Don't just go and stay in a motel and then you get this bill. So are you going to charge me for the electricity? If so, I'll turn all the lights off. Of course, it's not metered, so you might as well. If they're charging for the electricity extra, right? Put the AC on 40 degrees or put the heat on 90 when it's in winter, you know. Leave all the lights on, leave the TV blaring to get your money's worth, right? Now, come on. This is just ridiculous that they're trying to charge you. You know, we got a roof on this hotel. You got to help pay for the roof. Hey, you know, we also have a parking lot. You got to pay for the parking lot. You should have to pay to park in the hotel you're staying at, which, of course, a lot of hotels actually do that. So that one's already gone. Unless you're like me, when you travel around the country and stay at smaller hotels and motels, the parking's always free there. In the big cities, they aren't. I mean, I stayed in Nashville. The parking was $100 a night at the hotel. Ugh. You know, you might as well Uber there and back. Be cheaper than paying for parking in a hotel. But the fact they're charging for electricity in a hotel room, now that's just too far. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.